Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for checking in. Hello, it is Thursday, Stupid Question Day, a regular feature of Live with Lorielle New, where I put on the genius cap right here, which allows me to answer any question in the entire universe with complete accuracy, guaranteed. Ooh, there's YouTube, guaranteed. According to me. Ooh, got a hair in my eye. So, hello. Yes, chat in the hat. Genius question. So I hope you have some important questions. Hello, thank you for checking in. And just want to also let you know, I was up all night last night, but not sleep at all. So a little tired. I'll try to be a genius despite my incredible fatigue. I may actually nod off in the middle of the show. So, hello. You would not hear Marcel. Yeah, all night. So, hello. Before I get started, let me say hello to everybody. Laura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Blair Cooper and Brett and Terry Sue and Joe Barney and N1QOV and Cosmic Joe and Jay Dahlman and Max and Wing Doggy. Thank you for checking in. Hello. Yeah, I could not sleep last night at all. It was really, really frustrating. So hello, this is Stupid Question Day. Might have an extra helping of stupid today because of my fatigue. My brain is in slow motion. Yeah. I probably shouldn't drive today. Marcel says, "What's new?" What? Oh, Marcel and David Jones both said the same thing. Marcel says, "So what's new?" David Jones says, "So what's different?" Oh, goodness. You guys, you're like each other's doppelgangers on different continents. You should really get together and meet in person. I bet it'd be like the Parent Trap. You look at each other and go like, "Oh." Wait, two questions? Did I miss a question? What's different? Oh, wait. Was that the question? What's different? Wait a minute, it's totally different. Richard Wing Doggy says, Wing Doggy says, how many Miller County deputies does it take to screw in a light bulb? And Wing Doggy's answer is none of them, because they can't figure out which direction to turn the light bulb. Aw, Wing Doggy, I'm sorry you live in Miller County then. It must be pretty dark there. And I'm drinking Aloha. Oh, and I was wrong yesterday. I said there's 24 in their case. There's 12 in their case. David Jones says he actually knows people who have to call an electrician to change a light bulb. Wait, well, Maybe if they're like really high in some weird place that you can't get to, you need a special ladder or something. And this is how many you have left. 5. I've been going easy. Hi, Sturgis guy. Hello. Thank you for checking in. Wait. Why use a why use a slow cooker? Marcel is calling me a slow cooker. Wait a minute. I know there's some people who have slow cookers, just as an editorial note, and I have never been a fan of slow cooking. That's when you like put a bunch of things in the cooker and it basically puts whatever you put in there, a bunch of rice, chicken, vegetables, and turn it on. It's like a low heat cooking. Takes like 8 hours to cook whatever it is. So like the theory is put stuff in the morning before you go to work, come home, and everything's cooked and you've got dinner ready. But A, I don't like any food to be cooked for 8 hours. And B, it always makes me think that it's the perfect breeding ground for like bacteria and food poisoning and stuff like that, especially like the chicken or something like that. And or the potential for like an electronic device to be on, the potential for some sort of malfunctioning and then starting a fire in your house. I don't know. It just always makes me nervous. Linda says she has to call housing to change a light bulb. Really? Why? Well, what if... I suppose, Linda, some people have those lights in the ceilings in the apartments that are like, you know, like built in, the plastic covers over it. And this says, yes, that's what you have. Like you have in buildings and stuff. That's true. And they have those long fluorescent bulbs. That's true. You can't really buy those at the store. And this says, yes, that's what she has. That's true. They're not a regular light bulb. I personally don't like fluorescent light bulbs myself. I don't like the color of them. I don't like. I think they give kind of a hum. And then sometimes they flicker. I don't like fluorescent light bulbs at all. They give me a bad feeling. So this guy says he likes fluorescent lights and he thinks they're better than LED lights. Marcel says, can black holes be used as an energy source? That's an excellent question, Marcel, and scientists are actually have been thinking, studying, debating that, because black holes actually are an enormous energy source. The problem is figuring out how to use it, because black holes suck in like more energy than anything. I mean, they are sucking in light and planets and everything in their path. So that is an excellent question. They are pure energy, like compounded into like 1 trillion tons of strength. If you had the strength of a black hole like in your hand, it would be like enough power to like power the entire United States, the entire world with a little ball. They're very, very compact. But we haven't figured out how to do that, or exactly what a black hole is, or where the other end is. But I think at some point, when we get smarter, or if the aliens come and teach us, we'll figure that out. Marcel says a rotating black hole can store a huge amount of energy in its rotation. The energy is actually accessible since the rotation is imposed on the space outside the hole, in theory, in principle. Therefore, energy could be extracted from the energy of a black hole. Exactly how to do that is another question, yeah. Yes, that's true. We use water power, we use wind power, could use black hole power. The question is how to get that without getting sucked into the black hole. David Jones says black hole is quantum singularity. And Wing Doggy says the people who built the ancient pyramids had figured out the Earth's magnetic field. That's actually possible because I've read another article talking about all the different civilizations that have existed and then disappeared and existed and disappeared, and we keep finding new things, you know, and how many civilizations have completely disappeared and then civilizations started over again. And we've learned, as civilizations have learned all kinds of technology that is then, when their civilization dies, disappeared and then been relearned again and disappeared and relearned. So who knows how many secrets people had learned that we had to relearn and relearn. Keep trying to get it right. So this guy says the answer is 42. Okay. Yeah, and the next going off that theory is, does that mean our civilization is going to then end and civilization will start over again? Only like Planet of the Apes, we won't be in charge. It's true. It's true, because if you think, Marcel says, I have slow worms in my compost heap. When is it safe to disturb them? Never disturb them, Marcel. They're eating. They don't like to be interrupted. And Wing Doggy's theory is that humans started on Mars, blew it up, and then started on guys taking pictures of my plants. Guess he likes my plants. Then started on the moon, and then came here. Well, Wing Doggy, that's an interesting theory. You never know. Marcel says, but what? David Jones says, is it better to strive for perfection knowing not to expect it, or accept that perfection is impossible and not bother to attempt. Well, David Jones, that is actually the definition of defeatism. If knowing that perfection is impossible, to just give up trying. It's not that it's not that you can ever be perfect, because perfection is kind of like a thing, a goal that doesn't really exist, because perfection is constantly changing. It's always in front of you, like a carrot dangling in front of your nose. It's not the actual perfection, it's the striving for perfection, the striving to do your best, which is important. It is the attempt, the goal, the moving in that direction that is important to David Jones. Because striving for perfection, even knowing that it will never exist, makes you do your best. Marcel says, why are turtles and snails so slow? Because they have short, tiny legs. In fact, snails don't even have legs. They travel on a trail of slime. Marcel, you try lying on the ground and propelling yourself forward with slime. See how fast you get. Marcel says that's how he gets around all the time. In fact, here, that's the opposite end of the energy theory. On one end, you have harnessing the power of a black hole to power the entire world, or harnessing the power of a snail to power a snail. Or a slow cooker. So how is everybody today? I hope you're doing good. Linda says her crock pot is usually, her slow cooker crock pot is done in 4 hours, not 8. Oh. Does that mean you have a fast slow cooker? Seems like it. So, like jumbo shrimp. David Jones says, are you going to take a nap right after this show? David Jones, I'm afraid if I took a nap, I wouldn't wake up till tomorrow morning. Yeah, I was up all night. Today, I am actually a slow cooker. In fact, if you could see me walking, I would be in slow motion. This is me walking. No, I don't have to go anywhere, and more importantly, I don't have to drive, which is good, because being in slow motion while driving is potentially dangerous. Oh, push the brake now. So Marcel says, yes. Marcel says, good thing. The streets will be safe knowing that I won't be driving till tomorrow. Yes, it's true, Marcel. Streets are safe for me, at least. I cannot vouch for the safety of anyone else. Oh, and I put a picture on Facebook from last week's anniversary weekend, and of course I protect the identity and anonymity of the innocent. So I've only got a picture of Sweetie's ear, basically. Got this much of his face, 1 inch of his face. And a couple of you have figured out the secret. Yes. Sweetie is Bernie Sanders. I think that's funny. However, I am not going to mention that to Sweetie. He might not find it as funny as I do. No, because there's only this much of Sweetie's face, just like an ear and a little tuft of hair sticking out. It looks like the same tuft of hair that's sticking out of Bernie Sanders' head. I found that really funny. I'm pretty positive that Sweetie will not laugh as much as I do. Marcel says, are you slow when it takes more than 10 seconds to respond to someone's question? Yes, Marcel. And if you're asking if I am slow today, yes, Marcel. The genius is in slow motion. Genius Hat is a slow cooker today. David Jones says, it's either Bernie Sanders or Larry David. I like Bernie Sanders better than Larry David. Larry David does a pretty good impression. Yeah, so it could be that Sweetie is either of those two, which would probably make both of their wives really angry. Oops. So, oh my goodness, it's 5:46. I didn't think I was going to make it this long. I thought I was going to do a shorter show. So, yeah, Sweetie doesn't actually look like Larry David or Bernie Sanders, but that little tuft of hair does. Oh, Marcel, this is a tiny detail. I only started late because I tried to start on time, Marcel, but I was in slow motion. Yeah, David Jones says, if you're always late, is late actually late? Well, technically, yes and no, David Jones, because late would be on time in my world. However, in everyone else's world, it's still late. It depends on what world you're living in, David Jones. Luckily for me, I'm living in my world. Not so lucky for the rest of you, you're not. You're living in your world. Where I'm late. Oh yes, I did. In fact, that reminds me. This is a holiday weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Memorial Day. Well, here, at least in the U.S., it's a holiday weekend. Yeah, so, and yes, nice short. Memorial Day, when we remember the sacrifices of everyone before us who has made our country, our freedom, our security, has made that possible. So thank you for everyone for your efforts and sacrifices. But tomorrow, I will be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow for Funny Friday, a regular feature of Live with Lorielle New, where a regular feature of Lorielle New, where we share jokes to put everybody in a good mood for the weekend. Oh, well, oh, that's nice, Wing Doggy. All right, so I am just about to sign off, but I want to thank you all for coming to see me because you're awesome. Thank you for all your questions. The genius appreciates it. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Laura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Brett and Terry Sue and Blair Cooper and Joe Barney and Edwin QOV and Wingy Doggy and Sam and St. Clinton and Jay Dahlman and Cosmic Joe and Max and Boot and Swede. Thank you for checking in. Kisses for everybody. Oh, and Marcel, oh, that was quick. Marcel got, before I got his bicycle that he won. This bicycle, it's a cargo bike, and I was curious of how the center of balance is because it was an odd design that I'd never seen before with the seat and the back wheel here, and then a really long distance between the front wheel, and in that middle of that is a giant basket that you could put groceries or kids or whatever in it. But it seemed like an odd center of balance because the seat and the back wheel were so far back, and then you had a really long distance to a smaller front wheel with this basket here, which is going to be presumably full of stuff. So I'm curious to see how it rides when you put a bunch of stuff inside it, Marcel. And if that changes, is it stable? Does it change? Does it feel weird riding a bike because it's got that configuration? It's going to throw off the center of balance. So let us know if when you do a test drive how it works. So, all right. Kisses. Yeah, in fact, Marcel, you're going to have to tweet a picture of you riding it. Not just for us, but I bet the company and that you won it from probably wants to see a picture of you with your new prize. All right, so kisses for everybody. Bye. I love you all. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.